Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into something really simple, but honestly, so powerful it could change almost every part of your life. So yeah, let's just dive right in.
So, let me ask you something. What if there was a miraculous remedy? Something that could genuinely make you happier, healthier, and more successful? And, get this, what if it was totally 100% free? I know, it sounds a little too good to be true, right? Well, according to the source material for this explainer, it's very, very real. And that remedy, that powerful free tool we're talking about, it has a really simple name: gratitude. That's it. And our source presents this not just as a nice feeling, but as the fundamental key to unlocking the kind of happiness and success so many of us are looking for.
All right, so for this first section, let's really unpack that idea. Why is gratitude seen as this, miraculous and totally free remedy for so much of what we want in life?
The core idea here isn't about pretending problems don't exist. Not at all. It's about a massive shift in where you put your focus. It's about actively looking for and appreciating what's already good in your life. And that one shift, according to the source, is what fills every single day with real meaning.
So how does that even work? Well, when you consciously choose to focus on what you're thankful for, you're literally rewiring your brain. You're training it to default to a more positive state. And this creates this incredible ripple effect. It builds a connection that starts inside you, with yourself, then expands out to the world, and eventually connects you to the universe as a whole. Okay, so we've talked about the mental side of things. Now let's get a little more conceptual. The source we're looking at asks us to think about gratitude not just as an emotion, but as a real, almost tangible form of energy. And there's a name for this: the energy of gratitude. It's defined as this almost magical, healing force. And the key thing here is that this energy is active. It's not passive. It doesn't just sit there and make you feel good. The idea is that it actually goes out and works to attract what you desire by getting you in sync with the universe. So, before we jump into the day-to-day practice, we're actually invited to do a quick exercise, just to physically feel this energy, to make it less of an abstract idea. If you're somewhere you can do this, I'd love for you to try it with me. Okay, ready? Let's give it a shot. First, just open your arms wide, like you're about to give a big hug. Now, take a really deep breath in, just picturing yourself taking in all of life's amazing energy. Hold it for just a beat, and imagine every single cell in your body just lighting up. And now, slowly exhale and let a little smile form, right from your heart. See? The whole point is to link the idea of gratitude to an actual physical sensation. All right. So now that we've hopefully connected with that feeling, let's turn it into something we can do every day. This next section is all about the practical, how-to guide. So, where do we start? The practice actually begins by looking inward. It's all about acknowledging every single part of yourself. Thanking your body for all the hard work it does, appreciating your mind and your emotions, being grateful for your totally unique life story that nobody else has. This self-love, this self-appreciation, that's the foundation for everything else. And then, from yourself, the practice expands outward. It moves to all those simple things we see every day, but maybe don't really notice. The whole goal here is to retrain your attention, to actively look for the magic in the mundane. A beautiful blue sky, the fresh air, a friendly smile from a stranger, even a great piece of music. So why is this so powerful? Well, the source calls this the gratitude effect, and it's basically a powerful feedback loop. Think about it. The more you focus on what you're grateful for, the more good things just seem to show up easily in your life. But the opposite is also true. When you only focus on what you're missing, you just end up experiencing that feeling of lack even more. Okay, now we're getting to what is for sure the toughest part of this whole practice, but maybe also the most powerful, and that is finding gratitude not just for the good stuff, but for life's challenges. And yeah, that's a totally fair question. How on earth can you be grateful for failure, or for making mistakes, or even for being afraid? It just sounds wrong, right? It's completely counterintuitive. But the source material gives us a really powerful way to shift their perspective on this. This idea of reframing is absolutely key. It is not about pretending that bad things don't hurt. It's about looking for the lesson hidden inside the pain. So failure,
That's a powerful reminder that success is also real. And fear? That's actually a compass, pointing you directly toward what you truly want. Every single challenge, seen this way, has a hidden gift inside it.
So the big takeaway here is that literally nothing is wasted. Every single experience you have, whether it feels good or bad at the time, becomes a crucial part of your own unique path of learning and growing.
So we've talked about the what, the why, and the how. In this last section, let's bring it all home. We're going to look at how to weave all these ideas together so it's not just a practice you do, but a lifestyle you live.
This quote, this is really the heart of it all. It's a mantra to live by. An attitude of gratitude is the attitude I nurture every day. It's not just something you check off a to-do list for 5 minutes in the morning. It's an attitude that you actively, consciously choose to cultivate all day long.
And the source couldn't be clearer about how important this is. This attitude of gratitude, it's framed as being more precious than any material thing you could ever own. It is, quite simply, your most valuable asset.
So what does this kind of lifestyle actually look like? Well, you can see that the daily practice is the biggest piece of the pie. It's the foundation. But that's supported by a deliberate focus on the positive, a real commitment to self-love, and then that last little piece, sharing that good energy with others. That's what completes the whole cycle.
And that brings us to this one last, really powerful metaphor. The source doesn't just call gratitude a key. It calls it the master key, the one tool that has the power to unlock the door to literally everything you truly want in life.
And you know what? The impact doesn't just stop with you. This visual really shows that ripple effect. Of course, your practice has the biggest impact on your own happiness, but that positive energy just naturally flows outward from there. It influences the happiness of the people around you, and yeah, on a much bigger scale, it actually contributes to a more peaceful world. Your inner state helps shape our collective reality.
So let's end by making this super immediate, super real. Before you click away or do the next thing, just take 1 second. Answer this for yourself. What is one thing, it could be big or small, that you are grateful for right now in this moment? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.